Joe, you're able to win a rugged game against a rugged team that's giving you trouble, even though the three wasn't going down. What were you able to do to kind of grind out this one?
Yeah, credit to our guys. I thought this was one of our better wins, one of our complete wins because of our mindset and, our toughness. And so regardless of the result on either end of the floor, we kept a certain body language and a certain focus about us, a togetherness, a commitment to the details, and it was really fun to watch the guys do that. And so, I think that's what helped us win the game.
The process of working Robert Williams back into the starting lineup, how did you think he looked out there with those guys? What did you think that he brought for those guys?
Oh, it was great. I think he brought a level of joy to our team just, because of how unselfish he is and the type of plays he's able to make on both ends of the floor. I thought our spacing was better with our big lineup. And that's something that we're just going to continue to work on.
They were doubling Jason a lot more, especially in that fourth quarter, it seemed like. And you've talked about it before, just kind of his willingness to not force anything and make the right play is evidenced at the end by the pass to Al. Yeah.
When we play with that level, that mindset, and that commitment to the details and execution, we make the right play. And I think Jalen and Jason do that more times than not. I don't think they get enough credit for them trying to make the right play on a consistent basis. And, I thought our role guys were really good today. I thought we just, had a complete game from our team and just really focused on our mindset, our toughness, and our execution.
Gary mentioned the three-point shooting just now. You'd said a few weeks ago you don't want to be a team that loses when you miss and wins when you make them. What are the kind of the benefits of having these type of games where you do?
Yeah, I still like to shoot a lot of open shots because it shows that we're spaced, it shows we're playing fast, it shows we're creating 2-on-1s all over the floor, and so we have to continue to shoot with confidence, but it can't be our identity is just shooting, it has to be executing. And so tonight in the four factors, we lost the turnover percentage by a hair, won the offensive rebound percentage, we didn't win the effective field goal percentage, but we got to the free throw line. And so, games like that to where we're able to, kind of tough it out just by making winning plays throughout the game is important.
Joe, the style of play offensively from the beginning of the season to now, obviously back to Rob, working Rob back in, how does that change? Because you talk about 3-pointers and all of that stuff, but how does he change the overall style of play that you guys are going for?
I don't think he'll change it too much. I think one of the benefits that we had, it wasn't, obviously we would love to have him for the entire season, but when he was out, we were able to form an identity of just playing a certain way. And I think having him allows us to do that even more once we get, acclimated with it. But then it also just gives us a different attack that we can have. And so I thought tonight we did a little bit of both to where he was involved in pick and roll. And him not getting the ball is just as effective for us because it creates a 2-on-1 somewhere on the floor. And we were a little slow in the first half, finding where the 2-on-1 was. I thought we did a better job in the second half of finding the 2-on-1 based on his roles, his screening, and what he brings to the table. But he has the ability to play off ball as well, which is something that, we did a lot of, and we got to continue to work for that. So I think he'll fit right in, if not make it better.
You mentioned that final assist from Jason to Al Horford. That, was a broken play with 38 seconds left. And this is not in any way a joke about your timeout strategy, but did it cross your mind to call one there? And did you think about it at all, how much trust you have in the guys in those moments?
I vaguely thought about it, but then, I look at the players we had on the floor, and I was like, why would I call it when we have them?
And then we just talked out there, at the halfway point in the season, how do you break it up, and when do you kind of assess and try to look forward and look back?
Yeah, I think it's just goes back to the habits and the mindset and the details that we're playing with. And I think throughout this first half of the season, we've done a good job making a commitment to that. And I thought we've handled success well. I thought we've handled failure well. And, we're going to be tested with both throughout the year, and it's just a matter of how we respond to it.
Joe, assessment of your fourth quarter execution, and did you think about defending Levine well? Obviously, he was cold and got really hot really fast. Yeah. How do you kind of adjust to that, and what did you think of the last 6 minutes?
Actual versus expected, we'll see tomorrow. I think, I thought we got great looks the entire night. We'll see what our expected offense was. You can't judge it just by the result. I think the late game execution is about spacing, making the right read, and then you have to make the shot. So I do think our spacing was good. I think our execution was good. I thought we were organized, and I thought we looked to get the right shot. On the other end, Chicago's an interesting team, especially in late game, because their role players are really good three-point shooters and cutters, and so they really test you to say, do you want to go double Levine and then you give up an open three to a Dosunmu or a Caruso who hit two, or do you challenge your guys that you can guard them and force them into a difficult shot and contest? And so we were right about at that line where we had to make a commitment to, are we going to double him or are we going to guard him and take one of his tendencies? And so I thought our guys did a good job.
Joe, when you talk about the management and the different steps Rob's making, ramping up, what are you seeing each night from him, and what kind of things do you need to continue to see from him?
Defensively, just reading the defense. He has the talent and the ability to be in help, to guard the ball, to protect, to execute different coverages. So he's making a commitment to doing that. And on the offensive end, screening and forcing 2-on-1s and making the right play. Thank you.